Hi there, Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files design team, and what I'm using is the Messy Circles cut file. It's actually a really simple cut file. It's just a bunch of circles that have been welded together, and what I love about this cut file is it gives you a lot of options and it enables you to make a wreath really easily. So what I've got is a photo of Azaria, because it's her turn for a layout, and it's during summer, and she had made waffles, and we went through a period of eating waffles a lot. I think this was school holidays still, summer holidays, and I wanted to scrap that. And I also have a second cut file, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's a two-piece cut file, so you get like the intricate butterfly and then you get the backing piece and you place the butterfly over the top. And I love it because this is like, I have not changed the size. I've enlarged them, but I haven't fiddled with, what am I trying to say? I've kept them at the same scale. So this piece is actually bigger than that one. So I've cut it 3 times, and what I intend to do is stitch through the middle of these butterflies and have the rest floating. So sorry guys about the light. It's an ongoing battle here with we're sort of nearly into spring, so the light is not good. I'm just going to shut the curtains, so it's either shadowing or piercing light. Now, this was the paper that I intended on using. I'm still not sure, because looking at that, it actually looks okay. But what I'm wanting to do before I get onto the paper is I want to build a wreath, and this is my July hip kit, and it's got an exclusive collection for the kit made by Kim Watson and Kimberly, the owner, and it's got lots of it's got a pack of florals basically. I think there's 80 pieces, so I thought that would be perfect to build my wreath. There's also this piece, I can't remember who it's by because I've cut it up, but I want to fussy cut out some of the flowers on there as well. And I'm thinking of backing my photo, oops, in this. It's a little bit bold. The alternative, no, I don't want to use that. Anyway, we'll decide. But, so, the thing about this kit is I only got the main kit and the embellishment kit, so I didn't get any add-ons. I didn't get the paper add-on, which I'm now thinking I should just do every time, because this is the problem that I run into. And I look online when it's released, and you don't get to see everything in obviously full size, and I thought, oh yeah, excuse me, it won't matter, I'll, sacrifice whatever. So this, I don't mind sacrificing, but then so this is the Just a Little Lovely collection, Just a Little Lovely collection by Pink Fresh. So another thought was maybe I use that one. I love that the work's done for you, but then my thought with this one is it might be too full on with colour. I don't know. Would still work. But I like this one because it's got some white on it as well. And then if I'm using this one, because I want to use it as a full sheet, then I am sacrificing that, which I thought about fussy cutting some of. And then my other thought was this one, and I was actually convinced that this was going to be it, because I love how that looks. I even thought about, do I want to put it on that side? But no, I think I want to put it on that side. And what I'm going to do is put the thinnest piece, which is that one, so I've got more of the circles showing. But the concern with that one is sacrificing that one, which I also love. And then I thought about this one, but then I don't know, I want to bring in some of these like black and white ones as well, and I think that's just too full on. So I can imagine fussy cutting some of these too. So anyway, I think, and I was convinced when I started this that I was going to go with that, but I actually think I'm going to go with the original. So sometimes you go back, don't you, to what you originally thought. And I don't know if, no, I think I want that. It's all based on this really, how I want that to be. And I do think I want it to be like that. So if we bring this around, yeah, I think let's go with that, because that I don't mind sacrificing that. Would have made a great like backing piece or even a background. I even did think about using that, but no, let's go with this one. So pop you on fast forward and you can watch my process. So after much consideration and probably indecisiveness, I've decided to go with the paper that I've just talked about. And I've brought this one in just to do a really thin mat around my photo. Everything that I'm using, the background paper and the flowers, etc., are very similar tones, and I just wanted something a bit darker to help my photo stand out. So just trying to work out which way I want things and just checking to make sure they're going to look okay when I add some florals. And then I had this piece of tissue paper. It was actually on the floor. Probably used it for something a while ago and didn't clean up properly. So it's a small piece, and I thought about doubling it over, but no, it's perfectly fine just with a single layer. And then this bit is awful to watch because my kids, so I thought, had used my big scissors. Couldn't be bothered looking for them because then I'd have to stop my video and start it again. So I just grabbed what I had, and it didn't matter because I didn't want perfect edge on this anyway. The purpose of the tissue paper is just to provide an extra layer between the photo, the mat, and the background. So I decided to add a little bit of something to this pattern paper. I love that this paper's got the watercolour look to it already, so it saves me trying to think of how to do that. So I just added some Heidi Swap Colour Shine in Gold, just to add a little bit more. And something I've been trying to do lately is not go overboard with my mixed media. And when it comes to splatters, I'm definitely going for less is more rather than just going crazy splattering. So now I am gluing down the wreath or the messy circles just with some liquid adhesive. Yeah, I did cut out, but I did come back in and just add a bit more to the bits that were lifting up. And then my intention with the butterflies, I think I've said, is to stitch through the middle. So I've just added a little bit of adhesive onto them, and off camera I will stitch through the middle. I'm just letting that dry at the moment so it doesn't gum up my sewing machine needle. So what I showed you there were the exclusive die cuts from this hip kit, and last month we had the Vicky Booten Kaleidoscope collection and the die cuts were massive, and then this month they are very small. So the flowers, I don't think I said, but you get a whole pack of the florals. So there's leaves and flowers and a few clusters. There's even some bouquets of flowers in there. And you get heaps, like 86 pieces or something. But I also wanted to fussy cut some of the flowers from this pattern paper. I think it's a Dear Lizzie one, I can't remember. But I don't show all the fussy cutting, I'm just showing you there how I do it. And I love to use those little close to my heart scissors. They're the best ones for fussy cutting. And I turn the paper rather than turn the scissors, and that's what makes it easier, I guess. So you can see all the flowers on there now are the ones that I've fussy cut from the paper, and I've also I pulled some in advance from that. You can see that little wooden tray at the top there. That's all the flowers from the flower pack. So I'm just working out where I want my clusters, and I did want to kind of cover the two left-hand side corners of the photo because they go underneath the wreath and you can kind of see them. And then I built a bigger cluster, which I'm working on now. So at this point it's looking like I'm going to have 4 clusters, but I end up having 3. So I have made this really, really fast because I wanted to show it all. And if I did it at like double speed, it would take forever. So I think you get the general picture. I try things, and if I like them, I adhere them. I certainly don't put everything in place and then come back and glue. I have to be decisive quickly because I have limited time as well. And later on you'll see that Ava comes in and starts grabbing a few things as usual. And then I needed to decide where to put the butterflies. I've got 3 and I definitely wanted to use all 3. So you'll see me fiddle around with that as well. I decided to add the 2 clusters and work on them. Like I said,
on the corners of the photo. So I've gone with the pink butterfly there, and yeah, I wanted to have them like flying in the same direction or flying up. And then I've gone with the yellow one above that yellow stripe, and I don't add anything else to it, just the butterfly. And I was a bit, I don't know, concerned that it didn't look quite right, but in the end I'm really happy with it. I don't think everything has to be perfect. Like, I didn't feel like I had to put a butterfly with each cluster, so that I had flowers and butterflies. So there's the third butterfly, just building that cluster around it now, and then the one above the cluster doesn't have a butterfly, and I'm good with that. I certainly didn't want to cut another one. I like the fact that there's 3. And another thing that I'm doing is bending up the edges of the petals of the flowers and also the ends of the leaves. So I've also added, like that little yellow one I just put in, some of the flowers have stalks and leaves, and some of them are just the flowers. And I really love how this turns out, and I had a great time just building these clusters. That little hummingbird was super cute too, so I added it, as well as that banner and the words as well. So they're from the embellishment or die cut pack. So I was trying to make some of these stickers work, the puffy stickers from Just a Little Lovely, and the heart doesn't stay there, and I think I take the arrow off as well. These are brads from Catabella, and they're real brads, they're not the ones like sticker ones that actually have the prongs that you have to pierce. And I think, as you saw before, Ava started grabbing, and it got worse as time went by, and I don't show me putting the brads in, but you know, you've probably all done brads yourself before. I love the pink fresh puffy words, they're just beautiful. We're so excited to get them. And so this is actually, I forgot to tell you, we got her a waffle maker. It's a Zaria. We got her a waffle maker for Christmas a couple of years ago, and we made waffles, or she made waffles all summer long, and so I thought the title Sweet You was perfect, and my journaling is just about what I told you. So aside from adding the brads, I added a few darker splatters as well, and that's my final layout. So I hope you've enjoyed this process, and at the end there's a slide with the link to the shop, which I'll also place below. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again later in the month. Take care.